Hey everybody, welcome to Have a Drink Pops. And with me today is Taylor Harley,
So,
bass player extraordinaire. This is the bass player show. As you can see, we have basses in the back, you know. Uh, so, uh, I wanted to ask you, how'd you get your start in music?
oh wow. I originally started playing guitar. I think I was probably 13, 14 years old. My mom bought me one for a Christmas gift.
Right on.
It was a little PV Raptor. It was short
Oh, an
scale.
electric
Yeah,
guitar.
electric guitar. She
Good
bought it
God.
from Uncle Ed over at Stallion
Oh,
Music.
yeah,
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 when he was over on Broad.
yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, so I started doing that. Ended up breaking a string on it. First week I had it. When you're trying to play stuff that you can't play yet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
And shoo, ended up getting a little Ibanez Destroyer later on. My dad bought that for me for Christmas, and then fast forward 3 years, I started playing bass
yeah.
on a lie. I started
Yeah.
playing bass on a lie because I told some friends that I could play, and I didn't know a thing about it. And lo and behold, here we are.
Yeah. Well, I mean that. Hey, by the way, let's have a drink.
It sounds good.
Pops. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I already
That's
pre-gamed.
cool. I mean, you done good. You done good. You're a real good bass player. I mean, I've seen you several times.
I appreciate that.
I loved every minute of it. I go see you in the band that you was in, the band that you was in at the time.
Oh yeah, that band.
At that band. Um, and we would, I'd just say, damn, he is rocking that shit right
Oh
there,
yeah.
you know? And, so whatever happened to those guys,
Well, I let's see if I can run this. Now, bear in mind, this is from my perspective, and
right?
whatever they tell you is just from their perspective. And I was going through a lot of stuff in the last couple of years I was in the band.
Right,
I mean, 2017 was a rough year for me.
right,
My dad died, and
yeah,
then my grandmother died right after that.
right,
So we you were just going through it, or at least I was.
yeah,
And I was kind of taking it out on those guys, and I didn't really mean to. Just
right.
you get frustrated, and you've always been told keep it in. Oh yeah, I didn't keep it in.
Well, I mean, so to me, a band is supposed to be of a band of brothers. They're supposed to be behind you 100%, whatever you go through.
Yeah.
I mean, and for like some of these big bands out there
Hmm.
that have been together 50 years, you guarantee they've been through some shit
I'm
together.
sure they have.
But they stuck it together because those are real bands of brothers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so in a way, this isn't your fault.
Yeah, and with those guys, especially the last couple of years I was in the band, and a lot of people don't notice, things stopped being fun for me
Yeah,
because, and don't get me wrong, I love Justin and Brandon and Russell, Jalen, and Jesse. I love them all to death.
right.
It's just things stopped being fun for me.
Yeah,
And because I was trying to get into the creative process, and when I would submit something, it would get shot down. And I'm one of those types. If you tell me it sucks, I'm not gonna show you anything else. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that's exactly what happened. And I
yeah,
stopped being a part of the creative process, and it just became really bad. And then 2018, around October, the hurricane hit,
yeah.
and they went cut trees down in Justin's parents' front yard, and I was at my house cutting down trees in my yard,
Right.
and I couldn't make it. But they were posting pictures and trying to be
Yeah,
community leaders and stuff like that. And I'm just like,
yeah,
I posted a picture of me with a chainsaw, and they, I guess, didn't like that or whatever, and got told I was selfish and riding success of the band and a bunch of other stuff that I don't think was true, but I look back on it, some of it was true.
Well, I mean, yeah, there comes a point when you're trying to take care of yourself too during that point.
Yeah.
So, what? Well, cool. What are you doing now lately?
Now, well, I'm working mostly. I work as a tech in a crisis unit over in Albany
Okay.
at Aspire. I work there and I see people at their worst, man. I really do. And it's sad to see people coming in who are either A, high or B, going through something mentally.
Okay. Well, I mean, so this Aspire, that's there to help
Yes,
type people.
it's what it's designed to do.
Yeah. Well, that's great, man. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, so that your beginning was about my beginning. The only problem was that my mom bought me a guitar, but she bought me like Kmart special, and the strings on that guitar were about
Oh,
that high. Yeah, I never could learn anything on it. I
mm,
finally just gave up. I like, boom.
yeah.
So anybody out there that's gonna try to get your child into music, get them a decent instrument to start with. Because if it's too hard to play, it ain't gonna interest them at all.
Yeah, go to your local music store and pick up the kit that they have, the starter kits. And they
Yeah,
are wonderful. It's quality guitars, and the
yeah,
amp's not so great, but pick up the guitar.
yeah. I mean, and they don't need a good amp to start off with. They just need to be able to make them chords,
Yeah.
and whatever it takes. They don't have to start off with bass. Most players started off with guitar. 'Cause I play guitar. I played guitar till I was in my 30s. And then we had like five guys got together, all played guitars,
Oh, wow.
and nobody played bass. I'm like, screw it, I'll play the bass.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I liked it. And I was doing my own thing. They had, four guitar players over there
Yeah.
argue about who's gonna play what part,
I fell in love with bass
so
shortly after I started playing it. It felt more natural.
yeah, Of course, I ain't a great bass player, but I like to have fun. I get
Neither am
down.
I.
I get down.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's all we're there for, man. To get down and entertain.
yeah. So, guys, I want you to know that we support local music,
That we do.
and we want you to support local music. That's the only way things are going to get better for the local artists. Uh, and And that being said, I'd also like to say, if you guys got this far into my podcast, that I want you to subscribe to my channel. This guy's gonna be my next subscriber because I know he had subscribed
I
yet.
have not.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Okay.
In fact, I may do it right now while I'm thinking about it.
So I always like to get a rant going.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Freaking scammers, man. What is up with these guys? How hard do they work, man?
They have to work fucking hard
I mean,
because
god dang, if they would freaking just work that hard at a normal job,
what's a normal job to them though?
I mean, hey, you can, if you're that good on the computer, you could be a damn computer programmer or
Yeah, you
any
can work
damn
for
thing.
the Department of Defense if you absolutely wanted to.
Yeah. I mean,
These folks are just coming out with new ways to just scam folks out of money.
I started a new page, Pops. All right. I have so many
Mhm.
scammers coming through because it's a new page. They're like, oh,
Hey, handsome, I'd like to add you and use your
yeah,
picture. And
yeah. Can I do this? Can I do
in
that?
fact, when you posted the one of me,
Yeah,
that thing, I guess,
yeah.
come on,
That,
and was like,
that girl, she's like, I'm
girl,
like,
dude, it's probably some dude in the basement,
yeah.
and his name's Chuck.
Yeah.
You know,
uh, but they have come up with so many different ways to do it. Email, these all your packages here at Amazon waiting for you. I mean, like I had ordered a fucking
I
thing
know,
from
right?
Amazon.
Or
You know,
the one that gets me, I see it come up on my your payment of $400 something to Geek Squad
yeah,
is a due. I'm like, wait a minute, signed up for that shit.
yeah, yeah. I'm not about to get. So here's the bad thing. My wife is gullible.
Oh God.
And she's like, oh, I owe these people so much money. I said, why do you owe money? And let me see the message. And I'm like, that's a scam, honey. Please don't believe that. Don't fall for that.
Yeah.
I've actually caught her talking to somebody on the phone, and they're asking her for social security number, and she would start to give it to them.
Oh hell
I'm
no.
like, hey, whoa,
Stop.
run across the room, stop. And she's like, what? What? They're okay. I'm
No, the fuck they're not.
no. But and I don't and she always gets, her bank account always gets hit. I know that she's falling for a few of once in a
Oh,
while,
I'm sure. I mean,
you know.
dude, they do get convincing though.
Oh yeah, they're real convincing. So she freaked out not too long ago, probably 6 months ago. They called her up and said, we're sending the sheriff to your house to arrest you.
No, you're not.
And
No, you're not.
they said that she was in an accident that killed two people in Texas. and,
Wow.
and she's freaking out. That wasn't me.
No shit, it wasn't you.
And finally, she told me this stuff, and I don't know if they were calling. I can't remember if they're calling her or texting her or what. I said, look, because I actually work for a judge here in this county,
Oh yeah.
and I told her, just tell him, you got Judge Acorn looking into it, and she's gonna take care of it for you.
There you go.
And they never.
I got a
called her
friend that
back.
works in the probate court, so
Yeah, here in
in Worth County.
Worth County. Yeah, well, I work for the probate judge, so
She's a clerk.
ah,
Her name's Tori.
okay. So we kind of small world,
Oh yeah.
buddy.
I've known Tori a long time.
I've known Virginia a long time too. She's been my employer since before she became a judge.
There you go. It's
uh,
always good to get him with an early.
yeah, yeah. So another thing that gripes me is dumbasses. Dumbass fucking criminals, man. These guys do some dumb, stupid shit. I mean, let me ask you, can you think of any dumb thing that a criminal done off the top of your head?
I remember hearing on John Boy and Billy once about these morons here in town broke into a convenience store and drug the ATM to the house. You want to know how the cops found them? They followed the drag marks. And I'm just like, the fucking idiots.
I remember when I was a kid, that one time neighbor got his CB ripped off.
Oh,
Yeah. And it was in the wintertime.
that
And so kid walks in the snow, gets the CB, and then walks home. In the
dumbass.
fresh snow.
Dumbass.
I mean, come on. You're leaving your freaking footprints.
That is just
Dumbass
stupid.
kids. Uh here's one that's on the web right now. So these two kids stole a vehicle, and they got caught. They were released on $2,000 bond. Okay,
Yeah.
so but the hook is the guardian and two of the females came to pick them up. And after the trio, one of them, they kept one of them. They was just keeping them on a warrant that they had. But the trio left, and the cops discovered that they had dropped them off. And the car that they dropped them off in was actually a stolen car, also. So mom comes picks up the kids in a stolen car
Oh my
to the police station.
God.
I mean, what the shit? So, I mean, of course, they decided, you know what, we're gonna arrest Mom too now,
Yeah.
and all three of them, got rearrested, and bam, what the fuck,
In a stolen car.
in a stolen car.
It's just retarded.
So, I mean,
Like-
these kids are just, and parents too, obviously.
You just want to sit there and look at them and go, nice job, stupid.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Uh,
Ruining it for everybody, man.
Right, right. Um, so what do you think of this weather, bud?
It's hot as hell.
It is 4th of July weekend here. I got my flag flying all the
Right.
time back
Oh
there,
yeah.
guys. Um, but it feels like 4th of July too. It's and down here in South Georgia, it's in the mid 90s, which makes it feel like the mid
110.
yeah the just over 100 at least,
And my fat ass sweats Crisco, so I mean, I hate to sweat. Jeez.
Us bass players gotta, hold the weight down.
Oh, we have
We
to.
gotta hold that one side of the stage down just a little bit.
Oh yeah, because you got singers who want to run around and just be stupid. Move their pedal board to be in your space. Like, motherfucker, move.
Yeah. But so yeah, I get out here and I have to work I work in the heat. So I mean, I don't have to get out in the sun. I work inside a building most of the time. But the humidity in the morning is the freaking worst. I don't know what it is about the humidity in the morning. By 10 o'clock, I'm soaked full of sweat. Whether I'm standing in front of a fan or whatever,
Oh yeah.
I got sweat from head to toe. And it takes me the rest of the day to dry off.
Jeez. I mean,
Uh,
I walk out of my house. I work in the evenings. I work at night. So
yeah.
I come out. It's 3:15 in the afternoon,
Oh,
and it's just as bad.
yeah. That's the hottest time of
Mm-hmm.
the day. So that being said, it is the 4th of July weekend. Happy birthday,
That's
America!
right.
You know, we love America.
Yeah, we do.
Um,
We don't like the people running it, but we love
no,
America.
now speaking of the people who running it,
Oh, you mean dumbass Paw Paw in office?
yeah, yeah. And we're not going to call him one, but he
Oh,
reminds us of these pedophiles
oh
out
yeah,
there,
chomos as they're called.
chomos, and I don't know what's wrong with America in that aspect, trying to make it okay to be a pedophile.
It's not. It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's bullshit.
Yeah,
Pedophiles should be scared.
they should be.
Everybody,
Everybody. Because you know what they do to
especially
them boys in
every
prison.
redneck father.
Yeah,
I don't
every
know
redneck
about
father.
those California fathers, but over here in the east, in the south, we ain't gonna play that bullshit. And I don't have to worry about my children anymore. But guess what? I have grandchildren to worry about.
I have to worry about my child. My
Yeah,
youngest 2, so
yeah. So I mean, this just drives me nuts that they even think that it's okay.
yeah. I tell people all the time, you mess with my child, I become the devil. So
I mean, it, the way that things go these days, man, it's just crazy.
it's unreal.
Um,
It's the world we're living in, though.
yeah. I mean, and you got to go. You got to take it to the leadership. Leadership is what's controlling it all.
But most leadership don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're all about that almighty dollar.
So, like George Carlin said, you know, you would think that the people we elect into office are in charge.
You would think.
But they're actually not the ones that are in charge.
Nope.
It's the corporations that have all the money.
Uh,
They're the ones that are paying the paychecks for these, yeah,
yeah, it's the shadow government.
yeah, and they're the ones that control all of it.
Oh, yeah, Paw Paw's a puppet anyway, so
Yeah, all you gotta do is watch him walk out on stage, with
he's a
his
puppet.
baby steps, and
Somebody need to put him in a
geez,
home.
yeah, he, if he wasn't the president, he would be in a home right now.
Probably would be.
And his son Hunter would be uh Dad, I need to borrow some money,
That's what he's doing now. Dad, I need you to interfere in my court case.
Yeah, thank you, Pops. I got slapped on the hand for,
Thanks, Dad.
treason,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's just my opinion, people. And I'm sticking to it, but
Mine too. I mean, that's my opinion on our American political system. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
anyway, it's been a great podcast. I'm not going to go as long as my last podcast. By the way, so true. If you're watching this, I need my cup back. because this cup don't stick to the table like my old one. I'm scared to even keep it on the damn table. Uh, and I want my cup back. By the way, if you guys do watch this, support So True, Intoxicated Logic with So True.
Yeah.
Love my boy.
Yeah. Support him. He's good
Support
for
him. Uh, we I I got to where I couldn't drive home drunk anymore, so
I feel you on that one.
I wanted to just
We don't
be
condone
able.
drunk driving.
No, no drunk driving. So, um, you guys have a great 4th of July weekend, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe. We will see you soon.
Have a good one, y'all.